Hello, this is the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot by Giulia Massaglia. Yeah. It's by Lo Scarabeo. It is currently in print, and it's one of their golden decks. So it has that sort of gold foil on every card, only on the front, not on the back. And like all of them, they have that sort of pattern that's pervasive throughout, so it's pretty consistent. So this is the box, and I already pulled the cards out. It comes with the little white book, which is in 5 languages, and if you only speak English, it's only 3 through 20. So how to use the cards, what each one corresponds to. Collection is edited by Pietro Aligo, diffusion and marking Mario Pignatiello, copyright 2019. So this and instructions by Linnea Weatherstone. It took me a while to actually want to get this deck. I don't know, I just thought it was too, I don't know, just too, what's the word, mass-produced. But it's a beautiful deck. It is, I love it. It's lovely. I haven't used it for readings, but just by looking at the artwork, it's beautiful. I mean, it really is a nice deck. So it comes with the 2 cards, yeah, the philosophy one, and that's what the back looks like. It's not really reversible because of the moon, but the back, it's okay. So this is the title card. It actually is gilded, well, gilded in gold, gold foil, which is mostly copper, I believe. But look at the fool's face. I mean, it's very full of expression. He's holding the white rose, very Rider-Waite, but it has that beautiful Art Nouveau sort of swirly, drippy, extra stuff. Beautiful dog, and the numbers are also in the Art Nouveau font. So let's look at it. So there's the Fool, the Magician. I mean, the faces are rendered very well. I mean, you can even identify some of the flowers. There's poppies. It looks like a lily. He's pointing. Wow, look at that. High Priestess. Also, do you see titles? No titles. They're just numbers. That's pretty cool. Beautiful moon in the blue. Pomegranates behind her. This is the Empress with the wheat. The Emperor. The Hierophant, just a little bit of gilding, but he has the 2 different colored hair. Monks there, the keys, the papal crown. That does not look like Jude Law, though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What do I see? A little penis. You wouldn't... It's kind of hard to tell. It's almost covering his whole scrotum up. Look at the face of this fire sort of angel, and the lovers. It's the Garden of Eden. Chariot. He looks like a sassy bitch. There's the spinning top in the middle, which a lot of decks just forget about. The Canopy of Stars, the black and white Sphinx pulling the chariot. very Musha. The hair, that lion has been tamed and is like a protector for her. She's not trying to force its mouth open, she's just kind of there with it. Hermit in a snowy background. Oh, these numbers are foiled too. That's nice, as well as the background. I love their foiled decks. I think they did a really good job, and if you rub over them, yeah, some comes off, but it pretty much stays where it's put. Wheel of Fortune with the angel, the eagle, the bull, and the lion. And they have books open in front of them with the Sphinx. And then this, and this, very Rider-Waite. Look at her face, she is haughty. I love that the color of the drape behind her is beautiful. It's like a plum, a faded plum. And then here's the hangman. I like the tree. Look at the flowers. I mean, well, the leaves are colored. Death. This is probably the most dynamic death card I've ever seen in my life. Look at there's the columns from the Moon card. The white rose. Look at the horse. The reddish eyes. The Pope saying, "Nope, the king has been killed." That's a very cool death card. Very well done. Here's the Temperance card. Beautiful irises. And the feathers on the wings. The devil. Here he does not have writing on his palm. He's not hermaphroditic. He's pointing at white eyes. Wow. The man and the woman. Very interesting card. Ooh. Here we have the crowned. Let's see, it looks like, I don't see any lightning, I just see fire. Oh, no, that looks like lightning just sort of right there. Two figures haven't fallen completely. Wow, star card. That's beautiful. Look at her, the blonde, pouring the water on the land and in the water. I like how the stars aren't symmetrical either. And the strange little bird is actually in flight and is not a strange little bird. It's a beautiful, like, dusty colored bird. Rusty colored. Moon card. This one, instead of being dominated by the moon, it's dominated by the dog wolf creatures. And the ground looks more realistic. We have the face in the moon, which is supposedly like an eclipse. The howling. The crayfish, lobster, crabby thing. Just halfway out of the water, holding the tide back, guarding the unconscious mind. The sun. Kind of weird with the eyes like that. Child, jubilant child, a beautiful horse. Red banner. Judgment. Here we have the angel Gabriel. Very masculine face with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 figures rising from their graves. Unafraid. Popping out. Ooh, the world. Again, like the Wheel of Fortune. And then here we have, let's see the suits, we have cups, and then we have pentacles, and then wands, and swords. If you look, each the borders of each. That's it, sort of a sea green for cups, kind of bluish. Then green for pentacles because of the earth. Red for the wands because of the fire. And blue for air for the swords. And it looks like the court cards have there's a knight, well there's the knight page, the horse, queen's crown, and the king. So we'll look at those. Straighten these up. So far, this is a beautiful deck. It really, really is. Okay, so let's talk about the minor arcana of this really nice deck. So here we have the chalice with water lilies. We have the dove with the host. 2, 3, 4, 5, and notice that the cup is down here, indicating the suit, which is a little unnecessary, but it's there. Children. With the head staring down like a ghostly head. It's kind of neat. Ooh, the moon. I like that in that background. That's really nice. The guy staring at you. He's content, it seems, and happiness. And we have the page, which has a fish. He has 1 foot on land and 1 foot in the water. He has lotuses on his garb. We have the knight. And the queen with her winged, sort of horned chalice, cherubs over her. They're merbaby, decorating her throne. And the king, he's like on the edge of water, splashing up. And then we have pentacles. So of the earth, we have lilies. The whimsical. I thought his mouth was open. You always think of, like in movies, like the fat friar who's like ambiguously gay. And it's like, girl, what you doing up there? Girl, what you doing up there with all that cake? Why you got that? Why are you up there? And there's a cloak there. This guy has a crown on. The lepers. Charity. The hard work. Fruits of labor. I always think of these two cards, the 7 and 8, very similar. I mean, because I think guarding is just as important as, you know, having a craft, and you know, this guy he's doing his thing. You can see the little pieces of wood where or metal that he's chipping off from the discs. I like the falcon with a little hood. And grapes. and 10. Very little, just a little bit of gilding foil on that. Happy dogs. This looks like a Renaissance painting. He's moody and just staring right at you with those eyes. Again, the knight, dark hair. And here we have a rabbit. Queen staring right at you. It looks like it's fall. The leaves are kind of golden. And the king on his bull, indicating Taurus. The bull throne. Grapes on his garment. Now we have wands here. And let's see, since we have a reddish border, globe, the back of the person, the canopy, the conflict fighting. The faces are they're full of expression. I mean, you really get it. Oops. Here we have victory. This card always reminds me of like Caesar crossing the Rubicon. This one kind of flying through the air. There's butterflies though. This is nice. 9. 10. Fearfulness, hoarding. And finally we get to see some salamander garb, which I love. It's one of my favorite things about the Rider-Waite, the salamander and the fire. Here's the bucking horse with the pyramids in the back. Oh, this queen, she's very svelte. Black cat. Sunflowers. She even has a little cat necklace. The king, sort of haughty. He has a cat necklace too, but he has a salamander by his foot, and salamanders on his throne. And then we have the swords. The moon and the swords. The heart. Oh wow, the stained glass has the gilding in it. That's really neat. The Lo Scarabeo Golden series, they usually have that pattern in the back. So it's different for each deck, but there's always a pattern that sort of gets repeated. And they seem to be each very different. I think my favorite is the Botticelli, though. The pattern in that is really nice. Ooh, look at his face. There's like some tents back there. Almost like he is a thief. The bound and left card. The Torment by Nightmares card. The You Don't Want to Get This card. I like how they did the sky. That's kind of broken up and different. And he has the Page of Swords. Two-handed. It's very much Rider-Waite, but it's a beautiful redrawing of the Rider-Waite. I mean, look at the horse's eye looking back. The Queen. Yeah, the artist, Massaglia. Really really good job on these. Staring right at you. And that's the deck. Typical Lo Scarabeo deck as far as texture and cut. It slides well. Coating. Yeah, good. So I'm going to put these back in their little box. I do love Lo Scarabeo because their boxes are usually... This one's different. Usually the box, it's not a tuck at the bottom. It's usually glued or it's like a box fold. So when you put the cards in there, they actually stay in there. And they don't like stick out and you have to like sort of jiggle and mash them in, because I hate that. That's always a problem with US games decks. Or Llewellyn as well. Even though Llewellyn is Lo Scarabeo here in the US. Really a nice deck. It's a nice gift deck too. If someone who likes Art Nouveau or just, you know, a really well drawn, easy to use rider weight deck, this definitely fits the bill. I'm really happy I got it. It's nice. I think that Lo Scarabeo also did the boxed edition of it, where it's like in its little box, premiere edition or something. But this one's fine for me. I don't need the fancier one. I like this one. Anyway, thanks for watching.